that you like this character, Diver, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I don't know, I liked the mock up that I did in the first place, and then like once it was done, it was like I just like it never like clicked. It never like, like for me, I just keep I want to make some small change, but I don't even know what small change I want to make exactly. So, um, uh, yeah, I think as all right, I'm just gonna start drawing things and see what works, and then because like I could put the I don't know. I really want to put like so yeah. So what I'm picturing for the belt is like it's basically like it's basically like whoa. What layer am I drawing on? Oh wait, yeah, I should be drawing above. Oh, I'm drawing. I'm not using ink. Not using the correct ink. Layer. Okay. Uh, yeah. So put this here. I'm picturing. What's the problem? Oh, it needs to be even higher up. Yeah, above this stress layer. Alright, so, what is the problem now? Why is it not drawing? It is drawing. Why is it not visible? Oh, it has to be above the leg layer, right. um, oh. So I guess it would be part of the leg layer? Oof, that's awkward. Yeah, I was basically picturing like a belt, like a slightly loose belt kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe this is a silly idea, and so maybe this will free me of my silly idea once I realize that it's silly and it's not. It wouldn't have worked anyways. I was picturing like something like that, and then like the yeah, but yeah, no, maybe that is dumb. All right, so what would the other one look like if I was making like if I was making like a back sheath or whatever? So it'd come out like come out kind of like this. I guess it covers up a little bit of the mask ribbons, but not the important part. I mean, the important part are like the tail pieces down here. Right, so it'd be like it would look a lot like the quiver because you don't really see much over the shoulder. And then it would have like a strap that comes. Oops. Oh yeah, right. So then it would also have a strap that comes across, I guess. I mean, it'd probably want to have that, right? Otherwise, how is it staying on? um, yeah, that could. I don't know if I like that more. Gosh, what do I want to do? Whatever I want to do, it's subtle. Maybe just the belt. Maybe all that I'm missing from this outfit is the belt. And I just really want that belt. I think the reason I didn't add the belt was because I didn't want to do I don't want to do another leg layer again. Because I'd already done like 3 different leg layers. Um, the helm. I I think the thing that irks me the most about this outfit and like in terms of how it came out was just that the uh, the chainmail didn't render. Like I never found a way to like make the chainmail look like chainmail. It still just looks like gray cloth. Maybe that's what's like nagging at me. I don't know. I mean, that didn't look bad per se. Actually, that didn't look bad. Nah, it didn't. It's not really what I need. Uh, I don't know. Also have fun drawing on it for a little while. He could have, he'd have big bushy eyebrows. He'd have the biggest, bushiest eyebrows. Or she. He or she could have the biggest, bushiest eyebrows you've ever seen. And, and a pencil. The world's biggest pencil. uh, slung over the shoulder, and it's sharpened, and it has a point, and of course it has an eraser. Yes, perfect. Ship that. All right. All right. Well, Diver likes this character, so maybe I shouldn't mess with it. Maybe I should just accept it. And just like instead, I should be spending my time coming up with the new animal companion instead. Sure. Yes, the straps would look a little weird because the mask tails. Um, hmm. Maybe I should just add in a very simple belt. Maybe if I just added a very subtle belt, that would be like a nice subtle. It would stop that nagging feeling that I feel like whenever I look at it. I think I didn't add the belt because, like I said earlier, I just like after done like 3 different leg layers, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do anymore, or like 4 different layers for each of the 3 different like versions. So, uh, yeah, maybe that's like literally all this character needs. It's just maybe not even. Sorry. um. All right, yeah, I should start thinking of the animal companion, and maybe I'll come back and add something more to this character, or maybe not. Maybe it'll just be like this. We'll see. We shall see. Sorry, I'm just like moving things around slightly because I don't know. Someone said my broadcasts look messy, or like my screen layout is messy, and I just there. That's not too messy. Oh, it's a little messy because you can see that like weird top edge along the top of the whatever. All right, I don't care. Uh, I literally can't move it any higher up, so whatever. That's fine. Okay. I'll move it slightly down. Sorry. Speaking of things that don't totally matter, there. That's better, right? All right. So, animal companion. I go with the fox. I was thinking of the fox earlier, and I did not go with it then. So what color is a fox? Let's look up fox. That's one of the mistakes I sometimes make because I don't look up reference soon enough, and so I end up like spending time drawing something. All right, there. Oh. Excuse me. They're very orangey. They're very bright orange. That fox. That fox is adorable. Okay, so they're a slightly sandy orange color. So yeah, something like this. Maybe. Oh yeah, I should draw on the correct layer. Oops. So yeah. Fox. How big was the turtle? Turtle's about that big, so the fox should be, I don't know, maybe fox-sized. It doesn't have to be a very, very big fox, actually. It can be a pretty small fox. They have little pointy faces, as I recall, and pointy ears. And they walk on 4 legs. So let me think about this. Wait, that's probably not the right shape. for fox. Foxes are like... actually, I should look at more pictures. They're kind of dog-like, right? Are foxes related to dogs? Are they canines? I don't know. Or they have big bushy necks. Or like the fur around their necks are very fuzzy. Also this color isn't quite right. It's too red. It's too reddish. Excuse me, tablet. Would you please respond to the clicks that I'm inputting? Thank you. Kind of like that, I guess. Alright, so fuzzy fox. Fuzzy fox. And then, yeah, so fox, how do they walk? They're very agile creatures. They, alright, so they keep their weight on their front legs, it seems like, and then their back legs. Huh. They look like just ready to, like, run. They're just, like, ready, like this one just standing there. He looks so ready to just, like, or he or she looks just so ready to just, like, spring off in whatever direction. Oh yeah, maybe that's why I can't picture a fox walking. Is that, like, what would a fox do if it was just walking? I mean, I don't have to make it just walking. I could make it, like, hopping. I could make it, like, playfully hopping along. Yeah, maybe that makes more sense. I was like, why does this not look right? This can't look like a fox. Or what this looks like is not fox-like. So yeah, so it's like in one frame it could be, like, reared slightly back, with, like, its legs up in the air. Oh wait, this doesn't look right. Oh yeah, they're almost tube-like. I mean, not really, but, like, their necks are... They don't look like this. I do recognize that they don't look like this. But, like, what am I doing? What am I drawing here? What am I trying to draw here? Oh yeah. Oh, well, that's for one thing. The legs don't bend that way. So it would be more like, it would come more down and then out and then a little paw. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Oh! Whoops! Sorry about that. Oh yeah, this is why my layout looks weird a lot. It's because, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I was dragging the graphics, so they froze. Whatever. Fine. My layout's just not gonna look perfect. Whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm such a bad streamer. My layout doesn't look magically perfect forever. All right. I'm gonna leave this on screen a little bit so I can see it. Make sure I'm not accidentally covering it up with my head again. So don't worry, yeah, so the good news is that you were not missing much, because this is all I have so far. Doop-a-doop. Yeah, wait, the neck is too long? Yeah, what was the fox that I was looking at before? Oh yeah, good. I'll just do this. So that way there are foxes on this side of the screen. Actually, this is the fox that I was, like, looking at. This is basically our model fox. Oops. Oh wow. Thanks. Thanks, Google Images. Thanks for making that image, like, completely disappear. Yeah, so I was thinking, like, something playful. like a frolicky sort of. All right, thank you, creative. That's how I tend to feel about stuff. I tend to go for substance over style, but like I don't know. Then people like come in and complain, and I'm like, honestly, like I like I don't know. I have like yeah. I don't mean to sound bitter, but like some of the dev streamers who have like a lot more viewers, I'm not super impressed with what they do. So I guess like I don't really understand like what it is that people like about dev streaming. And so like sometimes I get like nervous because like people will complain and I have to and so like I mean I don't like if no one was watching I'd still be making games. So it's not like it's not like I like I'd really be doing anything differently, but like I guess just because I am streaming, like I wonder about that sometimes and like I don't know. I guess I don't understand why people I don't understand what people like about dev streaming. Um Apparently and I don't know. Uh I'm like interested to know kind of. I just this looks so dumb. I'm definitely gonna have to like not use this exact pose. uh, Also, foxes look really funny without tails. Oops. They also look really funny with dumb tails that don't look right. Um, so this would be a very animated fox. I just did the whole thing in orange because I just wanted to see the silhouette. I also made the face the wrong shape and the body too thin. Oh my gosh. Um, and the ears. Oh, the ears are more forward. Interesting. Hey, it's a little more fox-like. A little bit. Very little bit more fox-like. But yeah, I'm not gonna use this pose exactly. I don't know why I drew it like that. Let me actually just go back to more foxes. Foxes. Um, uh, is that good for size though? Like for scale? I think it's a little bigger than I was planning on making it. Oops. What? Uh, so I should move it up, I guess, slightly. Alright. Hold on, let's make this look a little bit better. Cause like this leg is like weirdly huge. And I don't even know. But I'm not gonna worry about it too much because I also need to figure out like so like let's say the first fox pose is like I don't know something like this. I just need to draw more foxes because I'm out of like fox drawing practice, and they keep coming out looking like these other weird creatures and not like foxes at all. So yeah, wait, what am I trying to accomplish here? So yeah, actually, I didn't want to use actually that exact pose. I was just drawing it to see if it would look okay. Well, not all of us understand what I'm doing and explain what stuff does. I mean, like, I literally added a thing in the corner of the screen that says "Ask me questions," and people still don't ask me questions. So like, I don't know. I can't. I say this a lot. Is like, the stuff that I'm talking about is like, I'm literally saying what could be interesting. I don't know what is interesting. So like, this is also why I don't care about it a lot of the time because like, honestly, like I'd be worried if I wasn't. I'd be concerned if I wasn't like actually like putting out, interesting stuff. If I was working on stuff that wasn't interesting or like I wasn't, or if I just had like bad presentation or something. But as far as I can tell, like I don't know. No, I honestly just don't understand people. So whatever. People can hang out or not. I honestly don't. It really isn't going to affect what I do. Uh, uh, all right. So yeah. So this frame of animation would look somewhat like that or something. I don't know. That's like the gist. And then so what would the other frame animation be? Uh, uh, so the other frame of animation would be with the front paws down. So and the back paws. What do foxes do with their oops? What do foxes do with their back paws when their back paws are in the air? Oops. Just kind of tuck them up a little bit. That's cute. Oh. Foxes are great. Top notch. Alright, so so yeah, so um thank you, creative. I do have a lot of fun while making games. Doop doop. I mean, it's not all fun. It's not. I almost said it's not all fun in games, but there's so much fun. There's so much about game dev that is fun. I mean, it's like I don't know. It's like one of the only professions where if you're not having fun, you're doing it very wrong. Like there's like if you're in game dev and you never had fun with what you're doing, like you probably need to examine something that's going on because you're probably supposed to be having a bit more fun. Um, like fun should have factored in somewhere along the way. Wow, this is not looking right, but whatever. And yeah, I kind of like that because like who doesn't like having fun, right? And then so to be able to like I don't know to have I don't know to be able to like I like having fun and I don't mind getting analytical. So it I feel like that's a it's an important combination in game dev because you have to. I mean, the whole point is to like figure out what's fun. Uh, whatever. Uh, this I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this exactly. I think the head is in the wrong position. Is the first thing that's wrong with this? I think the head should be further forward. Uh, or maybe the whole thing should just be pulled back a little bit. Uh, hold on, I'm gonna redraw the head. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the front paws aren't far; they don't reach far enough forward, and so the head should also be. Oh, also the legs are not the same. The legs are like weirdly length. Uh, Oops. I don't know. So, I don't know, something like that, maybe. Huh. It doesn't, Still doesn't quite look like, I don't know. I don't know what isn't quite right, but something's like still a bit off. I don't know what it is. Maybe it'll probably be, easier to render once I'm actually not just like doing the silhouette, but once I'm actually like doing like shading and stuff. That might be an okay. This might be okay to start with. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, the legs are too. The forelegs are the legs in the front are too straight. There should be like a little bit of like they should be extended out front, but there should still be a little bit of like the actual shape of like what fox legs are shaped like, because they're not perfectly straight. Yeah, something like that though I think is probably going to be fine. So wait, look at the other frame of animation. It's like doop, doop, doop. All right, the second frame of animation is too big relative to the first frame of animation, so that's kind of it's gonna be a little bit important. So actually, here I'm going to move this up here. I'm gonna make it visible. Move it up here so that I can make the boxes the same size, because otherwise that's gonna be a little bit awkward. All right, and I can positioning it is easy enough. So. Alright, oops. Oops, wrong layer. Oh yeah, maybe it was just mostly the the head that was too big. Maybe the arch is or maybe the hop is too dramatic too, or like because like the front paws aren't like that high up off the ground, so it's a little weird that the back paws would come, or the hind section would come so far off the ground. So like, what if it was more like, oh yeah, and this fox is just bigger in this frame for some reason. So what if it was more like this or something. Like that, and then oops, not quite as much tail. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. There's still something in here that's not resolving quite right. Again, it'll probably be more clear exactly how to render that. Oh, it's like too bulky, or like, wait, it would really help to see a fox with its front paws forward, like like not the takeoff but the landing sort of thing, because I'm assuming they have to bring they kind of have to bring their paws out in front of them in order to land and not just like thud onto their faces. And what? Google search results. Huh. Alright, well, I guess, the closest I can really see is when the foxes are just standing still with their legs straight, so I guess I'll just have to use that as a reference. No one in the history of mankind has ever snapped a photo of a fox landing on its front paws, ever. How about fox running? Is that... Oh, okay, this is like kind of what I was picturing. Okay. Oh, yeah, alright, so yeah. So the legs actually extend much more from the upper shoulder. So they should be... Oh, yeah, okay, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I didn't represent like the chest kind of got lost, I think. Yeah, I think that's probably slightly closer. And again, I can... Oh yeah, and actually, so this one actually would be up higher too, because it would emanate from like slightly higher up on the form. So I don't know, something like that maybe. Alright, yeah, actually I do like that better. There we are. That's more on track. Although I think the head yeah, the head has to come down further again because it's still too far back. Just a little bit, yeah. I don't know, kind of like that maybe, similar to that. Yeah, cool. All right. And then what? And then what? Wow. Boop doop. Alright, yeah, so I should actually like start coloring it correctly and like toning it and stuff and adding the detail because is it how bad is this color palette? I guess it's like it's too bright. It's too bright and not it should be like I mean this might be an okay color for the lighter tone of the fur. But actually this is actually slightly too dark or slightly too light for the lighter tone of the fur. So hue saturation. We can I'll maybe get a little more saturated. Yeah, that's a little better. And then maybe not that saturated. And then bring it down just ever so slightly. Maybe not much. Just yeah, that's good. And then hue, is the hue maybe slightly, just ever so slightly redder. Wait, maybe less saturation, a little brighter. Actually, I guess it doesn't have to be darker. That's an okay lightness because this is for the lighter. This is for the lighter half. All right, yeah. So I'll do that. I guess subtle difference. And then yeah. All right. Yeah. So um. I will now, yeah, pick a darker tone. So yeah, it's yeah, I think the darker tone will get redder. I usually keep like a similar hue, but I think this is just one of those cases where I don't know. Like foxes. Actually, that's probably too red. I probably went too far red. But like foxes, just they just have a I don't know. It's just like it's like their fur like hits a range between like light, almost yellowish orange to a darker reddish orange. Seems like. So yeah, so I should also make it darker. And I don't have to desaturate it that much. I will desaturate it slightly, but I probably shouldn't desaturate it much. Alright, I wonder how that would look. That might be okay. And I might actually want to go with a slightly less saturated orange for the... I don't know. I'll try this for starters and see how this goes. Alright, so I'll do this on a separate layer. Oh, and on the correct layer. The correct separate layer. Yeah. So, actually, wait, yeah, let's go back to looking at more pictures of foxes than just that one. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and the coloration too. Right, I actually don't have to worry about shading the ears because the ears get darker colored. So I'm gonna add another layer and do that part of the coloration. It's like, yeah, dark ears, dark paws. Dark ears, dark paws, dark legs, and then there's like fading around the tail. Which I don't know how I'm gonna be able to represent that. We'll see. There's like I don't know. There's subtle darker tones to the tail fur, and so as a result, like there's like a halo around the tail like a dark halo around the tail. I don't know how that is. Exactly, but I don't know. It gives like an effect kind of like that, kind of. All right, so let's go back to the shading layer. Oh, actually, the rest of the coloration is the lighter coloration too. So yeah, so like a much lighter color, like whitish. I'll add that in the same layer as the other coloration. Wait, what? Oh, wrong tool. So, okay, they have white on their ears and on their necks and on their bellies. And that's mostly it, right? Just it's kind of like the underside and then a little bit around the ears, I think. Yeah, that seems to be the most of it. Alright, doop-a-doo. I feel like Zero should be here. Foxes just remind me of like real life Pokemon, and Zero is a resident Poke expert. Maybe I shouldn't try and draw the. Oh yeah, I was making him look thicker. So if I'm gonna draw it, it's gonna be very subtle. Like you'll see more of it on the other layer, more of the underbelly. Because like the characters are slightly slanted, like they're not like directly to the side. They're like cocked a little bit towards the camera. So when he's coming down on his front paws, you'll see less of his belly. All right, and then yeah, you'll still see a little bit of the lightness around the face though. All right, so now the shading. Oh yeah, wait, on the ears, sorry. I almost forgot. So, as I mentioned before, when I'm working on art, I tend to like my brain just has more like processing bandwidth, or like in terms of like verbal like I'm slightly distracted when I'm working on this sort of stuff, but I'm less distracted than like when I'm working on programming stuff for like the verbal half of my brain. So if anyone has questions, feel free to ask. Although as we just discussed, people have questions and don't want to ask them, so catch-22. But in a stunning break from tradition, if anyone wanted to actually ask their questions, that would be now would be a fine time to do that. Oops. Oh shoot, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Flibbity gibbets. I think that hopefully is all that I did on the wrong layer. Yeah, alright, there we go. Doop-a-doop. What's the hardest program I've ever developed? I know this is kind of a like I don't know if this is probably not the type of answer. Wait, what the heck? Is that on the wrong layer? Oh no, I'm drawing on the wrong layer again. Drawing on the wrong layer again. Yeah, this is so. Maybe I'll come up with a better answer after. But my first answer is I try and make every program I make the hardest program I've ever made, because I don't know, I like, usually if I have an idea for a project, it's like a weird idea of something that I've never done before, and so like I don't know, I try and well, like, so this project, for example, I'd never worked on like network or like text based, or I'd never like done 2D art for a project. So I was like, why don't I just do all of those things? I'll do it'll be a, it'll be a network based text game, and I'll do all the 2D art for it. How about that? Right. So I try and do that as much as possible. Um, but I guess like, what was the hardest program I've ever developed? Um, so it wasn't me independently, but when I was working in AAA, I worked on the engine team for a while, and it was this engine that had been under development for. Actually, I shouldn't talk too much about the specifics, but basically it was like an engine project, and it was big, and like, it was like on the scope of like like AAA games, right? Like there were like huge projects made on this engine, so it was like really a confusing thing when you first encounter it, especially because I wasn't like, I didn't start on the engine development team. I like came onto it, gosh, about like 3 or 4 years in, I think. And actually I can just get rid of a lot of it. I can basically get rid of the ears from this layer, because I can just redraw the ears on the other layers. Yeah, that's probably better than trying to like abide the outline that I defined. All right. Oh yeah, that gives me more freedom. Yeah, so I came onto the engine project after having worked on it or after it having been development without me for quite some time, and it was huge. And so one of the hardest things about that is that like I wasn't working on like any one particular part of it either. Like I just kind of like came on to the project, and like actually not long after I started on the project, a lot of people started ramping off the project. Like a lot of the veterans like started ramping off of the project, and so it was a fun challenge. I need to hide these tails because I really can't see what I'm drawing here. And actually, at some point, yeah, you'll lose the mask before you lose the fox, so it'll be important for the fox to look good without those tails. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time looking over like this just absolutely enormous engine project. Like it's the biggest project that I've ever worked on. Just because it had been under development for so long before I started on it, and so I spent like a lot of time like trying to figure out what other people had done and like how they had set it up. And it was also like, it was really fun because there was so much there that like, again, like every day was a challenge. And to me, that's like a good thing. So like I got to like, cause I don't know, if I work on the same thing for too long, I start to get tired of it. So, or like, no, I don't necessarily get tired of what I'm working on, but like if I work on the same thing for too long, I start to wonder what else there is. And so on a project where I can continuously wonder what else there is, and like, yeah, that was what I liked about it. And it was definitely the type of project where new progress was like, it necessarily had to. Oh wait, I know what. I was like, why does this ear look wrong? And it's because we're seeing it from the wrong angle. This ear is supposed to be much darker, or like we're supposed to be seeing much more of the dark tone on this ear. Is what's wrong with it. What's wrong, tool? Yeah, that's better. So whenever I started on something like a new aspect of the of that engine, it always took a little while to figure out like, okay, so now what is going on in this, what are going on in all of these systems? Like how do these all work together? And it was an interesting project. I hope that's a slightly better answer. But yeah, I like challenges. So ideally, every project I work on is the hardest project I work on. Whoops, wrong tool, wrong layer, wrong everything. Still wrong tool. I'm on the right layer at least. All right, so yeah. So the weird thing about these foxes is that like I'll want to be using like the darker tone, not just to represent shading. Like the darker tone has like a dual purpose here because it has to represent tone, and it also has to represent like, because like the coat just naturally goes from like lighter to darker. So all right. I need to. All right, so on this fox's nose, it goes like it is much darker tone. Like it cuts kind of like from a darker tone directly to a lighter tone. So I don't have to really introduce like a mid-tone here. Oh, the fox's nose. I almost forgot the fox's nose. Or I still haven't drawn in the fox's nose, I guess I should say. Or the eye, for that matter. Not like that. Not exactly like that. Um, uh, hold on. What am I doing here? uh, that could be worse. Alright, and then on this layer, I'll shade it a little bit. Wait, that's overkill. Oh yeah, that's what I should do. So I should have the, oh, awkward. Wait, hold on, yeah, let me try that again. Yeah, I shouldn't make the eye so big. I should just make the eye the size the eye is supposed to be. All things I should make the size they're supposed to be. I should make the eye the normal size, and then I should shade it. The awkward thing is that, like, I kind of want it to be, like, in the middle of these pixels. Like, where I would want to put the eye does not fall exactly on any of these pixels. It falls, like, slightly in between them. I guess that's not bad. But the eyes are a little pulled far back. No, fox eyes are not that far back. They're much closer up, because foxes are predators. Or like foxes eat other small creatures, right? So that's probably fine. I can, oh, and I'll just like, I'll change the shape of the nose slightly so that it all works together. That should be fine. And then, yeah, so also on this layer, I will add in the stuff or whatever. Shade around that. Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, so the funny thing about the fox face, like getting the shading right on the fox face it's gonna be tricky. It'll kind of be like the mouse, I guess. I'll have to, like, probably at the end, like, one of the last things I do will be to come back and, like, make the face better. Because, like, the amount of pixels I have to work with on the face are similar to the amount of pixels I had to work with on the mouse. Oh yeah, so kind of like I did with the ears, I should get rid of the orange legs, because they're just fox legs are just not orange. So, and it's funny, they're I'm gonna sound like an idiot because I'm gonna say socks to describe the darker parts of the fox's legs, but the fox's socks on their front legs are bigger than the socks on their back legs. Like they come up higher, like they come up all the way past the elbow, whereas on the back legs they only cover like the feet. It's like they have knee socks on the on their front paws, but then just like the tiny socks on their back paws. So whoops. Will I do a project that uses viewers' input? I do those a lot. I was actually going to do one last week, but no one really seemed excited about that. So yeah, no, I could do one of those like basically anytime. I actually, that's the other thing. On days like today, when like I don't have a specific thing in mind, and I just kind of like ask people like, "Hey, what do you guys want to do today?" A lot of times it turns into one of those, because a lot of time the answer is, let's make a game. Like, let's make a new game. Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. The last one was back in late December. It's funny. Back in late December, I was calling this project like done, or like close to done. Like, it was back when I went from like alpha to beta, and I was telling myself, all right, so we'll do a signal jam, is what I've been calling them, which is basically just like a 3-ish day game jam where we start a game, and and you know, in 3 days we make it and we finish it. And then I was like, all right, so then after the jam, I'll go back to, or I'll start on my next project, right? Because side quest will be done, and we'll have finished the jam game, and I can move on to my next project. But at the end of it, I was like, oh, there's just a few things I want to do for there's just a few things that I want to do for side quests. So I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna touch up a few things, because like we were like during the jam was the first time that side quest ever ran in this channel. It used to be in another channel, just like an empty chat channel for testing purposes, and so yeah, no, the big plan was like, all right, so it's done, and then we'll move on to the next project. But then afterwards, I started working. I don't even remember how it went exactly. I just kept adding stuff, and I just kept adding stuff, and eventually I was like, yeah, no. Eventually I just stopped thinking about moving on to another project, and I just stayed on side quest, and I stopped telling myself that I'd move on to the next project. No, even as recently as like this or the past week, I've like my next project. Like, oh yeah, my next project is going to be this puzzle game. Blah 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 blah. We'll see. So yeah, so actually, yeah. So the reason, like, what was it? It was, I think it was last week. I don't think it was this week. The reason I was thinking last week I would do a, yeah, no, it was totally last week. The reason that last week I was thinking I would do another one is because like I was thinking, well, maybe I'll do another Signal Jam, and then we can move on to, and then after the next Signal Jam, I can move on to my next project. But once again, for one thing, I didn't even do the Signal Jam, and I'm not gonna. As it turns out, I'm just never gonna run out of ideas for side quests. I'm just gonna keep on working on side quests forever, maybe. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. All right. Yeah, I might want to change that orange tone again. I don't know. Maybe this is okay. I should be looking at a version of this that isn't so big. I just like zoom out and see what it. Yeah, this is coming along okay. Oh shoot. I got a little detailed in some parts. I was using the 1 pixel brush for a while, so like the level of detail on the fox got a little bit. It got a little detailed. But that's okay. There are worse things. And yeah, so in terms of like the front half of the fox, I think that's doing okay. I'll just like justify the shading on the back part of the fox, which is a little funny because, yeah. Oh, I need more dark shading. Yeah, so like the kind of like the halo thing that I was doing around the tail. I think I need to do more of that. So. Thank you for asking questions, Creative, because I'll be honest, it's nice to have a break from like that racking, desperate feeling of like I can tell people are not interested by what I'm talking about, and yet no one will tell me what to talk about. Like no one's asking questions, but everyone clearly has them. So this is definitely a nice change of pace. So, oh, thank you. Yeah, it's coming along okay, right? I don't know. Maybe I should switch over to the creative channel, since this is like, I don't know, sometimes when I'm working on like art stuff, I think to myself, like, I don't know, why am I streaming under game dev? Why am I not streaming under creative? Maybe, I don't know, I'll give it a shot. Bloop. Oops, that didn't, wait, what? Hold on. Creative. There it is. Whoops. Don't mind the audio on my other computer. I think it updated correctly, or else it didn't. I don't know. Doesn't really matter either way. No, shh. Quiet, you. I did not tell you to make noise. Sorry, 1 second. So, whoops. I have no clue what's happening on my other computer right now. Sorry, 1 second. I'll get back to the Fox in just a second. I just want to see that updated correctly. Yeah, there we go. All right, good. Zeno's destination. How creative. All right, so do do do. Bleep bloop. Oh yeah, so yeah, I want to do the. I should. All right, I should go back to the lower layer, the orange layer of the fox, and I should shrink the tail a little bit. Not because I want the tail to be smaller, but because I want the outside edge to be darker. So only the very inside of the tail is actually supposed to be that tone. Uh, you don't like, not every question has to be game dev related, but like I appreciate that, like when some, like I don't know, that like I don't know, yeah, I mean, don't feel obligated to ask questions. It was nice, it was a very nice change of pace for me. So I appreciate that you did. Oh, there's white on the tip of the fox's tail. It was very subtle in a lot of these pictures, so like it's hard to notice. But yeah, now that I think about it, that does sound right. Foxtails should be lightly colored, huh? Oof, wow. Okay, this is gonna this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so I guess I'll wanna taper the halo towards the end, and I'll want to use more shading. Also, the halo should just not be as dark as it is right now, anyways. It should be very subtle, and then I should use a lot more of. Oh, and actually, that tail is way too big right now. So let's trim it back down. The tail should not be thicker than the torso. I mean, it'd be a little cute if the tail was. I can get slightly exaggerated with the size of the tail. Oh, also, it doesn't come to a point like that. I really need to use the darker shading tone to render a lot of this too. Cause yeah, so the whoops, yeah, all right, and actually this doesn't even come up to the edge of the tail. So the edge of the tail will be pretty whoops, wrong tool. The edge of the tail will be pretty light. It'll go from like all three light tones that we have. And yeah, actually, I guess so. So yeah, the haunch of the fox is not shaded, like it's not in the dark per se, but oops, eraser tool. I'll use the darker tone for it, just because like the haunches get like darker, and like I don't know. I mean, they actually like get darker and grayer, but I don't want to introduce a new tone because like I tend to. I mean, I'm already working with like 4 different colors kind of, and like I try not to use such a big palette. I try and keep a very like minimal palette. So, but this is okay. Actually, oh yeah, kind of along the same lines. I think actually I might use on the back, on the hind leg, I might use a little more of this tone as well. Because like I was saying, like the black tone on the legs don't come up as far, but like just the whole latter half of the fox, like everything's just a lot, like there's a lot more of those darker hairs, and so as a result, everything just comes out a little bit darker, I guess. Yeah, it's turning out all right. And I can actually go a little less aggressive with the shading there, because this is like, well, I don't know. Again, like, yeah, foxes just have like, maybe I just chose the exact wrong angle for this fox, because like all the parts that like would be in the light are also like slightly like like a slightly darker shade too. So I don't know, this balance between using the darker tone to represent the fur tone and using it to represent the shading is like tricky. Oh, and now the whole fox is just like hunched back. So let's let's make that not the case. All right. Beep-a-doop. Oops. Alright. Oh, and yeah, actually the back haunches there can be a little more heft to the haunches. Like it doesn't have to be tons, but oh yeah, and actually like I did with the other layers, I'm gonna just erase the legs out from underneath here, the light orange tone from underneath here, and I'll just re-render it with the darker tone. That way I can have more freedom, and I don't have to worry about like a little bit of orange peeking out from the edges or whatever. Yeah. Kind of like that. Alright, and this is still not correct. This is, oh yeah, I took a little too much of the light tone off the took a little too much of the light tone off the edge of the tail, because I need that to connect to the light part. Doop doop. And then I think we're getting pretty close to done with this fox. I might want to do a little bit of the halo around the back legs. I will not take it personally if you ask a question that I don't feel comfortable answering. And if I don't feel comfortable answering a question, I'll try to be I will try to I will explain that in hopefully a considerate manner, to respect your feelings as well. That will be my goal at any rate. We'll see how well that turns out. Yeah, so like the haloing, or like the just like the edging. Do I like that? Well, if I do it better, I think I will like it. Is it weird that this? I should probably make the. I should play up some of the more cartoonish aspects of this fox a little bit, because it's looking a little. I think it's looking a little discordant with like the rest of the. With a lot of what else is going on in the image, so I'm gonna make the nose a little bit bigger, a little less pointy. I think, just to push it a little more cartoonish, a little less realistic. Maybe I've been looking at too many. Maybe I've been looking at too many photos. Maybe I've been looking at too many photos of like too many reference photos. Maybe I should get rid of this this on the side here. But I think if I bump that up a little bit, and maybe I should give it like a slightly bigger nose, maybe. Oops, not like that. That's no nose at all. Brush size 1. Layer, man. Oh, I'm using the wrong tool. That. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it was just looking a little too. Yeah, that's going in the right direction. And yeah, I think this is coming along pretty well. This is the project that I'm working on, and I am the artist and programmer and designer and producer, and it's an independent project. It's a personal project. Thank you very much, Online Beast. Hey, VXR Cooker, how's it going? Welcome. We're making foxes. It's actually just one fox, but they're like 2 frames of animation for it. So like it has the pose where it's like, its front paws are pulled back, and then it has the second pose where its front paws are forward and it's landing on the ground. I did the face first, and now I'm trying to get the tail to look right. It's tough though, because I don't know. I tend to stick with a very cartoony aesthetic, and yet here I am juggling like so many different tones. It's only 4. It's like it's the darker of the orange tones, the lighter of the orange tones, then the whitish tone and the darkish tone. But I'm trying to get it to look like a fox without rendering too much detail. Actually, yeah. So I think actually the fox tail is going to have it's not going to have like very much in the way of the lighter tone at all, except for the very tip. I'll basically just use that to like segue between the two. Yeah. All right, because now I don't have to be quite as sparing with the darker shading. Yeah. Oops. Nope. What am I doing? Oh, I have the wrong color on my color picker. Is that the right one? Yeah. Doop doop. Yeah, so now I can not like this heavy, but I can go a little heavier with like the with that. And then yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. Like I said, I don't draw foxes very often. Apparently I've not been drawing enough foxes in my life, because here I am trying to draw a fox, and it's posing quite a challenge, quite a few challenges. All right, and so then yeah, so I think so this like shading thing will come onto the back haunches a little bit, just ever so slightly, and then huh. I don't know. I don't really like the shape of the tail though. I don't know what I don't like about it exactly. Or maybe like, yeah, maybe I just need a little more of that or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I can probably cut back a little bit on the orange underneath here. Yeah, because I don't want to be too beholden to the shape that I'd drawn using the oranger tones there. I want to have the capacity to like kind of shape it like the right way. Well, thank you, creative. Yeah, like I said, I'm having a good day. This is a nice afternoon because I feel very relaxed, and so I think that's part of what might be helping that. Wait, hold on. All right, I need to zoom out and see what this looks like. No, that's definitely not correct. What do I need to? All right, so this isn't the worst thing in the world. Oh, you know what I should do is I should do like the same thing I'm doing with the haloing around the. The tail is like a little too abrupt. It goes like from too dark, or it goes from dark to like slightly too light. So, oh, what country do I live in? I live in America, the United States of America, and oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, well, I don't do many subjects in school these days, but when I was younger, my early education curriculum was very boring. It was very plain. It was like I didn't study like I studied like all the usual subjects, right? Like I did math. I did like writing a little bit. Not a very good writer, but I had a few classes of it, and yeah, the tip isn't actually pointed. I kept making the tip of this tail pointed, but it's not pointed. It's actually flat on the edge, on the end. So that's for one thing. Yeah, it wasn't until yeah. So I studied actually math like a lot when I was younger. Like math was like the subject that I liked the most. It was the subject that I was the most interested in. It's the subject that I did the best in. And then yeah, it wasn't until I got to like secondary education and there's just barely any lightness on the edge of the tail. It's just be like, oof. Well, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right either. So hold on. Which direction do I like better? You know what? Maybe hold on. Let me look at more pictures of fox because maybe these pictures are like biased. It doesn't. Yeah. No. Okay. Some foxtails are more pointed at the end. So yeah, no, I liked it better in the other direction. Yeah, like the blunted approach, like I don't think that was my favorite. Do not want. So yeah, in my secondary education, I started studying like computer science. It literally wasn't until I think I was like 19 or 20 that I actually even started studying computer science, but I've never stopped. I like it. I like it quite a bit. So, I don't know. I guess I've taken a lot of science courses. I guess like other sciences, like natural sciences and stuff like that. And I guess I don't know. I was never even like a big science person. It was like I guess I didn't have I didn't have that much like natural wonder about the world. I mean, I thought things were interesting, of course. Like, I don't know, the world's an interesting place, right? But I assume that like the people who like are really into astronomy or like really into like geology or like things like that, like I assume they must feel about those things like the way that I feel about like computer science. For me, it's like I don't know. I guess like I mean, if it's a little like maybe it's just because of the state of like everything that's happened before, but like the world seems, or like the world, and not even just the world, but like a lot of the universe too, seems very well understood. Like it's like it seems like we have a pretty good handle on a lot of what's going on, and like of course we haven't figured everything out, but like we just have like it's like we're at a point where like the discoveries that we're making, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it never really gripped me. I never thought to myself like I should spend my life doing that. I should spend my life researching like whatever things people are researching now. I don't even know. Earlier I made the eye smaller, but actually ge- geography. Yeah, that is one thing that geography and like politics and stuff like that are like it's one of those things that like when people talk about it in real life, I just have to like be like, yeah, okay. Because if I try and talk about like geography or anything along those lines, or like yeah, I would sound really dumb really fast. So all right, I think I like this. I think I'm gonna I'm not gonna call this layer done, but or I'm not gonna call this one done, this frame of animation done, but I'm gonna move on to the other one, and then once I've done the other one, it'll probably be a little more clear as to like what I'll want to come back and touch up. So one thing that stands out to me is that I think I made the tones a little too disparate. I think I made like the light orange a little too light and the dark orange a little too dark. Actually, so I can fix that now. Yeah, because like the fox kind of looks like it's glowing compared to like everything else that's in the scene. So let's try and mute that just slightly. Not completely, just like yeah. Last time I touched it, I actually upped the saturation, but I don't think that was the right direction to go. So I don't want to change the hue, but let's like drop the lightness slightly. I was gonna drop the lightness before, but I didn't. And then like I don't think I had to increase the saturation. Actually, no, saturation is fine. I won't decrease it. But yeah, earlier I was going to drop the lightness a little bit, and I think that actually was the right call. Not much, just enough, because we still have the lightness of the the light, like the chest spots and that. So actually, maybe I will up the saturation a little bit, because like as soon as I darken it, it gets a little drab. Wait, hold on. I should not have the rest of the picture covered up. I should see the whole thing together when I'm making these calls. So yeah, so less light, less saturated. Maybe I should do the other tone first. But I kind of like this. I think this is in a better way. Slightly, maybe a little more saturation. Actually, no. I'll cool it with the saturation just because I want to bring the saturation down on the other tone, and I think like what's hitting me is not that I need more saturation. It's just that this is too desaturated compared to the other one. So let's all right. So now let's oh wait, before I do that, I should apply the same change to the other orange so that they're say in the same tone. So yeah, it's just a bit darker to start with, and then so the layer 25. Let's adjust the not in that direction. Let's go in the opposite direction with this one. I don't think we need to make it lighter, but let's drop just a little bit of saturation from it, just so it doesn't look like the fox is like on fire. I think that's in a better tone. Should it go darker? No, lighter, slightly lighter. It's not bad. I kind of like that. I should go back and fix the tail though. Oh, so maybe I shouldn't make this lighter. Because as soon as I made that lighter, the tail started to look a little off, and the tail's really hard. I don't want to spend all day on the tail. So I'll I don't know, maybe I'll call that pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it. So hold on. Yeah, these tails are like, some of the tails are really dark. Some foxtails are like really dark. Others, like, it seems like it's just like a faint, like dark, faintly darker tone. So I'm really conflicted. Maybe I should go more abrupt. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That's not very creative. Yeah, I was trying to like go for more of a gradient for the tail, but maybe no, I'm happy enough with how it is. We looked at a bunch of stuff and we eventually came to this, and this I think is actually okay. One thing I will change though is I'll just change this a little bit, ever so slightly. Not even like that. But like yeah, a little, yeah. All right, and then yeah, like I said, I'll move on to the other fox, and then once I've done the other fox, I'll probably want to come back. Or once I've done the other half of having done this fox, I'll want to come back. Okay, so let's add in a bunch of new layers for this other fox. Pew, pew. Just 2 new layers, yeah. And let's do the same thing. So the first thing... Oh yeah, actually the first thing I did last time was the shading, but actually this time let's do the coloration first. Right, so dark paws, dark ears, nose, eye. I'll clean this up. Back legs, and tail aura, or whatever, whatever you want to call it. Oh, sorry. Did I have to take certain options in the USA when I get to like 15 years old? I kind of wish I did. The only thing. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I zoned out of chat for a little while, so sorry for taking so long to answer your question. But the only thing, like I was saying earlier, the only thing that I really like did especially well in school was math, and so. But the weird thing about like the school that I went to is that like the curriculum like didn't change. Like it was basically the same for. Wait a second. Oh, I have the wrong color picked. I was like, what? What just happened there? Yeah. So like basically everyone has the same curriculum with just like very subtle differences. So yeah, when I was saying like my curriculum was very like boring and generic. Like literally the only thing that I did that wasn't just like the same thing everyone else did was I took a few advanced level math courses. Like I took a few college math courses while I was in high school because I kind of reached the end of the I reached kind of like the end of what they were teaching at school. Yeah, other than that, it was very basic. It was very very standard. I think like I don't know. From what I gather, I don't know if it's a newer thing that like schools are doing now, or if it's just that my school sucked and better schools do it. But yeah, it seems like at younger ages, like people actually get to like start to go in a direction with their life, which I don't know. I guess it's like there are pros and cons of like either approach because like if you don't have to make decisions as to like what you want to study, then you know you can kind of put it off and you don't have to like choose a course so early. But then like on the other hand, like it's I think it's good to like even if you like pick one thing and then change your mind down the line, like I feel like that's probably helpful in some ways because you at least got to try the the whatever different thing you might have tried. And I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things where like the grass is always greener. But I think it would have been cool if I could have found out earlier what I honestly just wish my school had a better computer science curriculum. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm just trimming. Now that I have the ears and the legs like slightly colored in with like with the better tones, then I'm gonna go back and trim out some of that, and I'll put the ear back in. Oops, wrong layer. Put the ear in again, or the ears in again as such, and then yeah, the face is at like a slightly different angle, so I can't just like copy and paste what I did here. But for starters, let's actually just put in the chest tone, because that's not right. No, the chest doesn't come that far down. It comes out like this, and we will see more of the belly this time. Because like, yeah, because like now the fox is like on the up whatever, like the upward angle. Uh, yeah. This looks like, huh? Hold on, something is off. I'm pretty sure it's the length of the torso is way off. Somehow this one was way shorter than the other one. I don't know how I did that, but I sure did it. Um, so now on like each of these layers, I just have to go through and oops, just have to go through and elongate our fox friend. So like let's like line up the haunches, right? Because like it's not like the fox is at a different angle, but he's still just as like he's not like any shorter. Well, actually, maybe a little bit shorter, because like right when you're about to spring off, you like compress and then you like elongate, kind of. But um, uh, yeah, so maybe that's better. Hold on, let's try stretching out the other layer too, or like moving the other layer. So it moved like It moved like down and over a bit, kind of like that, I guess. Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah. All right, let's try this, because it was just the fox was just looking so stumpy all of a sudden, and I did thicken the middle a little bit by accident. Like I didn't mean to make the like extend the white down so far to make him look a little bit chunky, but it was just really funny how it all of a sudden like he looked like this stubby little. He looked more like a dinosaur, like the type of dinosaurs that like stand on their their back legs, like a T-Rex or like a raptor or something like that. Yeah, what is the shape of these? Oh yeah, I know. Well, for one thing, I should not have the the fox cut in half like this. I should connect the fox back together again. And actually, wait. What am I trying to do here? No, wait, no. It is the belly. It's the belly is. I'm trying to like show the belly, but at the same time, like, if I add like any width to it, like, yeah. So it's. Yeah, I guess we'll just not. This is just like as much of the belly that we see, I guess is what it is. And then, I should go back to. Well, for one thing, I should bring up my Fox reference, because I don't need to be looking at that output over there. But yeah, where's the other the image, the like the way the tucked in shoulder works, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. This is fine. Okay. I think I just want to get it so that the white is like it like comes right up against the elbow, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. Oh yeah, and the shape the shape of the fox is a little off after I stretched it out. It should be. Oh, no, you know what else is messing it up is the neck. I made the neck a little too. I made it come down a little too far. But yeah, it still feels a little compressed. Still feels a little short, so I might extend it just slightly further. Oh wait, actually, you know what I could do instead of that is I could just arch the back a little bit, maybe that'll help. Let me try. I mean, I don't know if that's quite the right answer, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Do 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 do. I kind of want to give the impression of like a coiled spring, right? Like, nope. That's not necessarily. I was just thinking like, it should look like the fox is ready to like spring up, right? Um, Maybe this isn't completely the worst, but he still feels a little too compressed. So, oops, that's not right. Uh, that's okay. I think that could be okay. I'll go with this for now. I might. I mean, like worst case scenario, I can just stretch it out a little bit. Uh, so yeah, now I'll go in with the darker shading tone. Uh, I still need to clean up that other layer, but I want to put this one in first. So yeah. All right, that's kind of messy. Uh, Actually, oh yeah, I don't need the, whoops, I don't need the back of the neck to be nearly so dark anymore. That was more just because it was like, because the fur was all scrunched up. I could actually, huh? Yeah, how do I want to do this? Because like the whole face can just be a lot lighter in this frame. Which is weird, a little bit. Because the neck. Hold on, I'm not. None of these images here are from quite the right angle. This image is very special. Um, yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess I do need a little bit of shading on the back of the neck. Or should I just thin it out to make it to like balance the fact that the shading's not there? Or maybe I just need to make the shape of the face better. Oops. And that'll. That's not better. Oh yeah, no. The necks are very tubular. So. And that's the other thing is that the white coloration comes up way. Yeah, that's probably what's. I'm like something is not right here, and it's probably largely due to the fact that like this would be coming up much more. Yeah, that's probably better in some ways. Yes, I like that. I think that is what was missing. Cause like yeah, a lot of the face is actually quite white, quite lightly colored. So it comes like not just along, but like all across like the shoulders and everything, like the whole front of the chest. So that might be slightly overboard, but that should be a better basis. Oops. Use a slightly narrower brush for a second. Oh, I was like something's wrong here, and it's I made the nose a little cartoonish, or I made the snout a little cartoonishly over like plump instead of making it super pointy and narrow. I made it slightly thicker, but then on the top frame it was way too thick. It was oversized. All right, let's. I'm gonna continue on with the shading though. Let me continue on with putting in this tone, which yeah, awkward. I kind of want to shade like the underside a little bit, but then like the tone, but yeah, where it like breaks from like the orangey fur to the lighter fur. That's awkward. I'll just do the haunches a lot. I can actually, yeah, I'll just erase basically the entire haunches out from under these layers here, and then put them back in. Soundboard. I have no clue how I would even go about doing something like that. But I mean, tell you what, I won't do it programmatically, but let me know. Let me know what you want the cues to be and what you want the sounds to be, and I can set up something manual in the interim. Uh, Wait a second. What's going wrong here? The legs are doing what? They're too small or something? Oh, the this white is coming too far down. Oops, wrong layer. This white is coming too far down. Yeah. Yeah, it was like shrinking the leg because it was overlapping it when it shouldn't have been. Oh, but then also on this layer, I think there should be like a little bit of lightness there, kinda. Oh, but then yeah, so then what we can do is just a little bit of shading there, just a hint of it, just so that like it's like the stomach is white, but then it's also not like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I mean I could actually I should probably add in a shading tone to the light, so that it's not just like bright white all over. That it actually has like a little bit of shading to it, kind of thing. Oh, also yeah. Now that I've fixed the neck, I can actually like shade the neck better too. Finally. All right, so I still need to go and do the face, and I need to do the tails. Actually, I can do the tail right now. Because the tail, yes. You know what? I want the tail to be pointy. Like I think that's another one of those places where I don't know. The tail isn't like quite as pointy as like you think of a fox's tail, or like it's not quite as pointy as I think of a fox's tail. But there's also supposed to be a little cartoonish, a little bit exaggerated. So it's okay to make it pointy. Although that's not the right type of pointy. It's like too pointy. Oh yeah, no, it's not the right curve. It's like it should be. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna try that. And then this layer, I'll make it point slightly up instead, maybe. I don't know, something like that, maybe. Excuse me. All right, yeah, that's not bad. And then, all right, yeah, how's this looking overall? I still need to do the, It's still looking a little bit, still looking a little dinosaur. Maybe I should fix the front paws so that they're a little less, like, right now they're like, I don't know, like one of them's like hooked under and one of them's like up a little bit. Maybe I should like make those a little better. Yeah, those need a little work. And then, the hind leg, wow. Well, yeah, the hind leg's a little messy right now, so I'll also, doop-a-doo. Because you should be able to see a little bit of the back leg, like the knee of the back leg behind the front leg. Yeah, so okay, so the front paws, like I think these are just like the first lines that I came in here and drew. So let's make these better. For starters, let's just make them better. And let's see if by doing so we can't get them to look like paws and not like dinosaur whatevers. I don't know if that's better. It's a little too thick, but I think the shape is a little better. Yeah. Oh yeah, these are much thicker. Yeah, I need to actually I need to go back down to this layer again and get rid of more of this orange fur. because it's just, oh no, wait, no, I need to go to this layer and get rid of this orange fur. Yeah, because that's, wait, where's that orange fur? There's like orange here, and I don't know where it's coming from. No, maybe, oh, I guess it's like, oh, I accidentally got a little bit of orange on this layer. So let's get rid of that for starters. Oops, wrong layer, wrong tool. Let's get rid of that entirely. And then I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush. Only in dire circumstances. Only when absolutely necessary. Like now. No, that leg's too long now. Yeah, that's that's way too long. Doop-a-doop. Oops, nope, wrong tool. I don't know. No, that's awful. Wow, these fox legs are just tragic. Ba-ba-da. Beep-a-doop. Bleep-a-deep. No. I just gotta get rid of these ones and start over. What was that picture that I was like, this was loosely based on? Like, what was the picture that made me think of this in the first place? It was like, I swear there was a picture that we were looking at earlier where the fox had its front paw is slightly in the air, but it did not look anything like that. Huh. Oh, yeah, it was this one, I think. Oh, yeah, that's why I had one out and one tucked in, but, like, yeah, it was not like this. Oh, how far I've fallen. Yep. Get rid of that completely. Just start over. I need a graphic on the Twitch banner. What does that mean? I need a graphic on the Twitch banner. What is the Twitch banner? Cause sure, I'll put a graphic on the Twitch banner. Except, as soon as I know what that is and how to do that, I could totally put a graphic on the Twitch banner. I know one of the things I haven't set up about my, I don't know if this is what you mean, but one of the things I haven't set up about my profile yet is that I don't have an image that shows up, like when my stream is offline. When my stream is offline, it just shows a blank screen. But honestly, when my stream is offline, usually I'm hosting someone else. So I think that's part of the reason I haven't like gotten around to doing it yet. And then yeah, and then the other half is that I don't know. I don't have a great idea for what goes there. Actually, it'll probably just be the side quest logo. Now that I have the side quest logo as like my default thing that I put places that I don't have anything else necessarily to go. Because also I figure like now if I go AFK, right, I can leave it looking like this, which is like, hey, look at that, right? I don't know. That's mostly why I put it there. But yeah, I mean, I try and keep my my stream in decent shape. Wow, I'm just I think I keep trying to make them long. I keep trying to make the legs longer, and because I feel like there's more I can do if I make them longer, but I don't think that's necessarily the right idea. So let's just bring these in quite a bit. maybe that's like the good first step, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. Yeah, that's instantly better. There's still like, I think part of what's bothering me is that like, whereas the other, like the extended front legs are like, they're apart. I could make them each very slender. Because these are like both together, like they're right on top of each other, and one of them is like bent back like that. I can't capture that same sort of slenderness. So I might just have to accept that fact and move on from trying because, I keep trying and it's clearly not going in the direction I would have liked, but that's fine. Also, I guess technically this would be a little more like that, I think. Maybe I should separate them a little bit. How does this guy look? Yeah, I could separate them a little bit. There's no reason that they have to be that close. Which isn't, maybe that is what's bothering me, is that they're too close, and that isn't at all good, necessarily. Alright, hold on. So, this one's gonna come back. Like, I'll draw the back paw in first, just so that I don't accidentally, like, cut it off in a weird shape or something. Because it's supposed to be coming... Oh, yeah. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna start this part over again. Sorry, I just have like stray pixels flying around. Alright, so for some reason this fox doesn't have very much of the darker coloration, and I definitely have more. Well, thank you then. I'll say I did it. Oh, no, that's what it was. It's that I added the graphic on the Twitch banner when you weren't looking, and so that's why I don't need to do it anymore. It's not because I didn't need to do it. It's because I did, and I did it, and now it's done. Problem solved. All right, so that's okay for the one, and then the other will go like, oops, we'll go like more like that maybe. That's not right either, but I might be moving in a better direction. I'm going to put this like, yeah, I think this is the right direction to go. It looks a little noodly, but that's because I just drew the lines really quickly, probably. So let's make it look not noodly, and then that'll be good, I hope. Ugh, I'm kind of going back in the same direction that I just was not long ago, but whatever. I'll deal with it. I'll get there. I'll get there by going like that, and then by going like that. There we go. Now they're a little separated, I guess. They're not quite as yeah, I am moving in the right direction. Or I'm progressively more pleased with how it's turning out, so that's a good sign. And then oh yeah, the front paw is a little bulky. This should be a little more like out, and this should be a little more like, my tablet, come on, I believe in you, I know you can do this. Wait, no, not quite like that. Undo. Yeah. Nope, not like that. I know, like, more like, wait, no. Not like that. Too far, hold on. I've been doing too much with the 1 pixel brush, and it's getting, rah. That's not right. Actually, that's not, that could be worse. Hold on, let me just, I'm just gonna, bring it in slightly, and then I'm gonna call it good. I think. Oops. Just gonna move this back, bring it back 1 pixel, and then I'm gonna move on because I can't spend all day on those little paws. I mean, they're cute and all, but I gotta move on at some point. So, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of I'll add a little bit of the shading on the back of the haunches. Maybe not quite that much. Because like I kind of like on the other frame I had it like come just ever so subtly, like slightly up the back of the of there. Yeah. And then alright, so what else is missing? The face needs a little more definition. The eye isn't bright. Or the eye is like weirdly faded or whatever. The shading on the under section, I need to go one way or the other with it. Like right now it's like very middling and it's very not good. So I need to bring it further up. And also, I mean the back is supposed to be arched slightly, so I don't want to make the I don't want to give the fox a gut by accident. This is not an overweight fox. This is a regular weight fox. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know if I've met an overweight fox before. I don't even know what an overweight fox is. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Oops, wrong tool. Alright. Yeah, alright, so then the face, need to use dark tone to put the eyeball in place. I think that's a good position for it. Oh, and the ears. I never really defined the ears. Like I just kind of like slapped them in. So I should do more of that. Doop doop. So yeah, I ran out of things in my like brain hopper, which keeps track of things to say. I just ran out. All fresh out of brain sparks. Just it's like when the pilot light goes out. You just it just stops. Just doop-a-doop. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I really, like when I'm drawing, I'm not really activating the verbal centers in my brains. So if anyone has questions, feel free to let me know what you'd like to hear me not what you'd like to hear me forget to talk about eventually. But I'll remember to talk about it for a little while. So yeah. Wait, what is? Wait, what do I? So okay, so this fox, good for the pose, not for the coloration, because I kind of went a different way with the coloration. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm overdoing it a little bit with the darkened ears. Maybe the dark ears shouldn't come. Maybe the ears shouldn't be so dark so far down. Like I feel like I can show a little more of the ear here. I think I'd be showing it as actually a lighter tone. Not quite as dark as it is there. So, yeah, I don't know, kind of like that. Not a big deal, but whatever. Alright, and how do I feel about this shading? Something's wrong with the back leg and the neck. Something's wrong with the back leg and the neck. Ah, shoot. It's not gonna look good again, but I kind of... I gotta introduce some more of the shading on the midsection. like that. Hopefully that doesn't look as bad as it did last time. And then I overdid it with some of this too. This shouldn't be quite as lightened. And then what else? Oh yeah, the neck looked weird. It looked oh yeah, there should be hold on, wait. Just like not as much shading there. That might be better. Yeah, it's definitely better. It's not quite there yet, but it's better. Oh yeah, okay, so let's continue this down actually. It just seems so weird to put the darker fur tone against the light white fur tone, but I don't know, it seems like that's what it calls for a little bit. I know this is like the opposite of what I just did, but hold on. Just gonna go back in this direction, and then for just a second, and then I might use the lighter color, the thinner brush for just a second, just to, I don't know, cut through there. Yeah. Huh. Oh yeah, you know what? I guess, I mean, if I'm gonna hit the lighter tone on the, if I'm gonna hit the lighter tone on or the darker tone against the white, I might as well just like, I think I might as well do that, and then actually, well no, I'll change it. I'll bring some of the lighter over on. I'll bring some of the lighter more towards the other side of the paw, because like typically the lighting source would come from that direction, more so, and then I don't know. How's that? How's that going? That's not bad. I should do a little more of the lighter tone though. So like, let's bring it down further and then put it back on a little bit. Yeah, maybe more like that. Yeah. Getting there. Making some progress. Making some progress along the way. I just gotta put in these darker tones. I feel like maybe once I put them in, I'll realize what else I can do, but it doesn't really look great either way. Oh, okay, wait, no, I'll just play them up over here a little bit, so that way, yeah, and then I'll play it down a little bit, like closer to this side. That's not bad. It's not the worst. The butt though, there's a weird like point on the butt, which pardon, is not quite right. Yeah. Oh, and now it's too far down. It should come up slightly higher. It's a little too curved. And I think we're getting pretty close to good. I might call this the first draft of the fox. Except, yeah, the tip of the first tail tip, still not quite right. So I'll fix that, and then I might call it the first draft of the fox. The fantastic Mr. Fox. Or the pretty good, okay, I'm satisfied with him, Mr. Fox. What is it about this? Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, no, it's too sudden. This curve is weird. This curve comes out of nowhere and is weird, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna extend it instead of having it curve. Oops. Oh yeah, wait, no. So wait, how does this go? Oh yeah, all right. So hold on, let's get rid of a little more of that, and then yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll bring it up here a little bit, and do that here as well, and here as well. And what layer is that on? I can't tell. What layer is that on? I feel like I just did all of those layers. Oh, there it was. Wait, what? Hold on. These layers are not. These pixels are not disappearing. Okay, this must be on layer 24. No, layer 25. What the hell? Excuse me, pardon my French. What the heck layers are these on? They're just not. Those pixels are just. Did I just draw them on like completely the wrong layer? Like, did I draw them? Yep, totally drew them on the wrong layer. I don't know when I did that, but that would have taken me forever to figure out. Oh, it must have been, yeah, because I did come back to... Whoa, those are just on none of these layers. What the heck layer is that on? Oh, wow, okay. There it is. I'm just going to get rid of it and put it... Whatever it was supposed to be, I'll just put it back on the correct layer. Alright, yeah, that was supposed to be on layer 24. And some of that was supposed to be there, just not nearly as much of that as there was there. Yeah. Alright, so... yeah, basically what I want to do with the tail is I want it to come... Instead of curving as much, I want it to be a little straighter. And I want to have the point a little more, because like this point like flips, like curls up slightly, and I want this one to curl down slightly. And that way it'll be a little exaggerated, a little cartoony, and it'll Carrot Cat, welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was just about to finish up this first pass at the foxtails, and then I will line them up so that, because this is supposed to be like they're for the game that is playing out along here, and I'm going to yeah, once I can get this tail is really tricky for some reason, but once I can get this right, I'm going to see how they look in game. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to give myself some fox. I'm going to give myself a fox, and then... Actually, no, I'll give it to Trusty Bard. That's a little more fair. Oh, shoot, what layer am I on? Oh, I did that on the wrong layer. Hold on, wait. I need to do that on the correct layer, because otherwise it's going to come back to bite me later on. Whoops, wrong color. There we go. So yeah, I like this like slightly dark outline to the tail, but I'm having a heck of a time getting it to land just right. I'm pretty close though at this point. I think it's just a matter of like there's just 4 different parts of the palette to balance, and they're all on like different layers, so like I know roughly what I'm approaching, and I can see it in my head, and I'm starting to see it on the canvas too, but yeah, almost there. I just alright, this layer just a little bit more here, a little bit less here. Oh, I changed the shape, and so now I have to to cover it up, yeah, on the bottom layer, and then alright, so then yeah, a little bit more here, and then a little bit more of the lightness, a little bit more of this, but not quite that much. And then I'm thinking that might be okay. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's still, I keep going like halfway with it. I should probably just go like all the way, which is to say, I might like undo, but like, I might put it back to how it was a second ago, but, oh, strong tone. I just need to try this, because, I'll do it quick, and then I might not like it, and I might prefer to go back the other way, but, I just want to, yeah, because like the bottom has the bottom part of the tail, I want it to be a little bit straighter, just a little bit straighter, so that the hook, or the little like flip curl at the end doesn't look quite so out of, or like quite so just so it looks a little more natural, I guess. And then, but then to do that, I just want to. Oh yeah, no. Even more so. Uh, so wait. So to reshape this, I'll get rid of some of the orange down here.